All right. Well, I'm here. Hope everyone else is. Good morning, good evening. We're doing a live tonight. We're going to do Craftoria. There's a bit of quests and some other things that we just need to button up, and I don't really feel that they deserve their own video. You'll have to give this a moment to catch up. All right, I think we're good there. Yeah, I think we're good. All right. So, what we're going to work on today is we're going to go through the power quest. Just because they need to get done. And it's just a bunch of junk that I have to do. But I figure, you know what? Instead of doing them on my own, I'll do them right now for you guys. All right, so we need to put a snowball into there. So let's see if we've got a snowball. Snow. Have one snowball. All right, perfect. Let's go over here. And let's just throw that in there. Going to do its thing. Now it's a charged one. Perfect. We'll pick that up from the inventory, like we normally do. And there it is. All right. All right. Quest completed. Charged snowball. Nice. Let me just give me a moment. Let me just around here. Move this over to here. I can see things. I just want to make sure that I'm not just ignoring anyone if there is anyone on here. Yeah. So let's start getting some of these things done. Okay, so Ender Cell and an Ender Gate. I believe I have those. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of all this stuff. I don't need any of this stuff on me right now. Put that over there. We'll eventually go back and do more mechanism, but that's probably going to be for the next episode. So let's do power. And we need, not basic, starter. All right, so we need an end starter gate. So we'll get some of those made. Actually, I already have one. I didn't even realize I had a... And we'll get that in our inventory. There we go. And then the thermal generator. Okay, and then starter solar panel. Starter solar panel. Get one of those. All right. Starter reactor. I've already done the reactors. Player transmitter. Don't have an aerial pearl, so we're gonna need to go do one of those. Where's the pearl? I know I have it in here somewhere. There's the aerial pearl. I love the new update. Power. I really do. It looks great. That's one thing that I have to say is I do love the way that it looks. So let's go find a zombie. It's nighttime, so let's do home. There should be a zombie just over here, I think. There's the pearl. Let's find a quick zombie. There should be lots of them around. It's nighttime. There's a zombie there. Go. Or crafting. Okay. We'll just throw that right in there. And then our starter. Need here. Okay, get those two. Make one of those. Task complete. Nice. And wait for that to go away so I can see what I'm doing here. The magmator. Okay. Where did the magmator go? That's the furnace. There's the magmator. Get that. Put that there. Ender cell. Did I already make an ender cell? Not. So there's the starter cell. Okay. Okay, we got those two. We're gonna need the energy hopper. Let's just make hello, there we go. Just make 100 of those so I don't have to make those anymore. And okay, so we make that, and then we need the discharger. 1,000 of those just to have them around because I'm going to be making a lot of stuff. So make sure that we have everything we need. Okay, there's the discharger. So now let's check our quests over here. Okay, we got that one done. We need just energy cables. And we need a furnator plus a photoelectric pane. Okay. So we've got the solar panel. Need magnator. We need the furnator. I think I have that one. No, I don't. Furnator, starter, and then we need some cables. And that should do both of those. That should complete that quest. Nice. And this one we need the photoelectric pane. Okay. Photoelectric pane. A couple of those. Put those down there. Okay. Now that we got that. Okay, so let's go to energy cables. Got that one. So we just need to make these. That's really all this is. So we need basic hopper, transmitter, and discharger. Okay, and then, yeah, just that. Okay, so let's do basic. So we need the discharger. Okay. Do the discharger. Let's do the energy hopper. Okay. Then the player transmitter. And basic stuff is done, which is nice. All right. So that one's done. This should take no time at all. And then for hardened, we need to make everything. And those, and all of that. Okay, so we need all the hardened stuff, except for... No, we even need the battery, too. Wow. All right, so hardened. Starters. Okay, let's get the discharger going first. Okay. One here. Here. Oops, I need some of those. No, let's just do like 300. I don't think I need that many, but... Okay, get that done. We've already got those things. Probably need the solar panel. That for me, the thermal generator. I need more of you, of course. Okay, and then the magnator, burnator. Well, we need more of those, so more of those. Sorry, I gotta wait for this to disappear. Burnator. Oh, I already did the energy rods. I need the gate. I don't know if I did the energy cables, but we'll do those as well. Okay, let's make 100 of those ones. That was this one here. And then we need the cells. And let's make 100 of these. Need a bunch of those. Those are just generic ones, so I'm not really too worried. All right, so we need the battery. Okay, and then the hardened capacitor. Okay, and that should be everything we need for those quests. What are we missing here? The solar panel. Oh, I never picked it up. That's why. All right, there's the solar panel right there. Excuse me. All right, so now what we can do is we can get rid... Oh, you know what? There's no point in getting rid of everything because we're just going to get a bunch of rewards. So let's do that in a moment. Okay, and then now we can get rid of everything. Okay, and now let's move on to the next one here, which is blazing. We need everything except for the thermal generator, right? Yeah, we need everything except for the thermal generator. Oh, blazing. All right, so we're doing discharger, hopper, and the player transmitter. Reactor's already done, so we'll just wait for that to disappear so I can see what I'm doing again. Okay, so we've got that. We just need the solar panel. Do that one in a second. Okay, and then the solar panel. Did I get the furnator? No, I didn't. Let's get the furnator done. Energy gate. I don't know if I did these rods. So let's do the rod. I think I did because I've got a bunch in there. Here. All right, get that, get that, get that. Okay, and then the ender cell. A bunch of those being made. Okay, blazing cell. Whoops. Okay. Okay. Battery. Missing something. Okay, there's the battery and the blazing capacitor. Okay, and that should be the quest complete. Oh, what did I miss? Oh, the ender gate blazing. Whoops. I think because I didn't ender gate blazing, I think I just didn't pull it out. I think that's what it was. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's go ahead, get our quest done. Okay, and then now we need the nitro stuff, or niotic. So let's do that. All right. Nitro, nope, not nitro. NIOT. All right, so let's start with the discharger. What's his hand doing? My God, going nuts there. And then this one here. All right, let's make a bunch of those to start with, and then a bunch of those to start with, so we don't have to try and do all those at the same time. We're going to make a solar panel, because I know I need that. We're going to make the ender cell. We're going to make the energy cell. So there's one of those, there's some of those. Put those back, that back. Okay, we got the solar panel. We're waiting for those to finish. All right, can we get the player transmitter? Done. I already had one of those, so I didn't really need that. Do I have the diamonds to do this? I should. Let me just wait for that to happen, and give me a second while I drink some coffee. Oh. Oh boy, oh boy. So you're going to take a little bit of time. Okay. 30 seconds. Okay, so we can, yeah, I don't know. Do something. There's a furnator there. Can we make one of those? Magmator, make one of those. Once everything starts finishing, then we go faster. We need an iotic gate. Got one of those ready. Need some cables. All right, well, we get 2 nitro crystals, so that should give us the crystals that we wanted. Okay, I'll put those back in. And we need the battery. Energy cell, they should be showing up soon. Grenadier, Magmator, we just need to wait for those to finish. I already have the energy rods, so I think I've already touched those. Yes. Okay. One of those, nice. One of those, those. Should be everything we need now for the tasks. What are we missing? The Ender Gate and the thermal generator, apparently. Thought I made a thermal generator for this already. Guess I didn't, so we'll start that one up. And there we go. And then we need the Ender Gate. Okay, thermal generator, Ender Gate. Right. And we got all of them. Nice. Alright, so now we need Spirited. Okay. So let's do this first. Make 100 of those, and then we'll make 100 of these. Okay, so we'll let those go through while we're waiting for stuff. We're probably going to need 1 rod. We're going to need cables. Need some energy cells. We're going to need a magmator. We need a furnator. The ender cell spirited. 12-1. Okay, get that one there. Get rid of those ones, and these, and these, and these, and these. That. Then get one of those. Get some of these. Okay, what are we missing here now? So we've got both of those. The battery, the energy hoppers, the player transmitter. And this one we're missing the cell and the furnator. Should have made a furnator, didn't I? Yeah, so there's the furnator. And we'll make the solar panel. Alright, well that's processing that. Let's go here. Make 100 of those. Alright, so we'll get one of those, and then we'll get, oopsies, apparently I didn't make enough of that. Okay, so we'll do this one, and the player transmitter, easy enough. Okay, so that's done. We just need the solar panel for that one, and the battery. All right, so let's make a battery, and the solar panel should be done. There we go. Solar panel, okay, and then we'll go into here. We'll acknowledge all of these. All right, and then we just need the nitro, and then we're done power. All right, so that was pretty easy and pretty cool. All right, so now we do nitro. All right, so let's get the solar panel started. The energy cable started. Ender gate started. Because they are going to take a moment to do. We got the energy cell. Apparently we already have some of those. That's good. Furnator. That one. Thermo generator. The magmator. The energy rod. Okay, a solar panel now. We got that, and that. We're just waiting on the energy cell to be finished. Okay, those two there. That and that. Okay, I think we did some of them already, but that's okay. Alright, so we need the player transmitter. We'll get that one done. The energy hopper. This one. Discharger, and I think after that we're complete. All of them. Nope, we're missing one. What do we? Oh, the battery. Whoopsies. All right, so let's get the battery done. Okay. All right, we're just waiting for those to finish here. Now, are they done? No, they're not done yet. Okay, so we're still waiting on these guys to be completed. All right, for some reason it wasn't doing them, so now it is. I don't know why it wasn't completing, but we're done now. All right, power chapter completed. Look at that. Took a little bit of time, but you know, it was just getting quests and stuff done. So yeah, so now we can go in here. We can go to completist. Yeah, completist. Oh my lord, I can't even say anything today. All right, mark that complete. We can get our reward. Oh, apparently I'm still flying. And we can put that over here. Now we have the power complete. All right. So other than that, we don't really need any of that stuff. So it's probably stuff we could delete later on. What were we looking at last? I think it was the mechanism stuff. Where are we on mechanism? Oh yes, I have to. We need to do lots of. Oh my lord, lots and lots and lots. Heat generator. Can I make a heat generator? So at mech heat generator. There we go. All right, so we got the heat generator. What do we need? Extra gear. I can make an osmium paxel, even though I've already used that. Osmium paxel. I'm gonna need a couple things. I'm gonna need that. That. I think I made a pickaxe already. Yep. Okay, so we made them from used stuff. There we go. We got a paxel. Excuse me. All right, so that's all complete. That's complete. That's complete. So we need an infusing factory. All right, so infusing factory. All right, so keep that one there. And then we're going to need these to upgrade. Yeah, let's make 500 of those. And 500 of those. Yeah, just do whatever that is. Okay, so we need to make that one. Okay. With the advanced one, and then we need the elite one. Okay, so we're going to need bunch of those. There's the elite. And the one here. Ultimate. Okay, so that chapter is done. All that there is done. But now we need a restrictive transporter and a diversion transporter. So transporter, so restrictive, dot, version, dot. I should probably try and use these at some point to see what use they are. I've never actually made one, so we need to make the dictionary. Make that next. Dictionary. Make a couple hundred of you. Okay, there's the dictionary. Nice. All right, so what are we up to next? All right, so cables. We just need the elite set of cables. I've never made the elites or the thermodynamic for them. All right, so we'll do thermos, and then we'll just do the rest of the those ones. All right, so cable. All right, so we need an elite one of these. Make a bunch of those because I'm going to need them. All right, where are the cables? All right, so we need this one here. We need this one here. I already made that one. All right, make that. I believe that one I need these guys. And I believe I need the elites of these ones too. Yes. Okay. Let's see what we're missing here now. Okay, so all we need is pressure, logistics, and mechanical. All right, so logistics, that's easy enough to do. Mechanical should be easy enough. And pressure. Okay, we got all of those. Very good. And now we need a biogenerator. The nice thing is having all this stuff, most of this stuff in stock, so I don't have to worry about, you know, running around and doing stuff. So I just need to grab some biomass here. Need 2 of them, so I'm not gonna need a lot. All right, so put that in there, and then we get the biogenerator. Done. And we need the solar, which is, I believe, this one that it's asking for. There we go. Power the sun. Nice. Excuse me. All right. So enrichment. I need 3 of them, but I'll have to go through them all anyways. And same with sawing. So enrichment. We're gonna get the basic one. And we're going to get the advanced. Wait for this to go away. That one. And then this one. And then the sawing. I'm sorry if this is not, I mean, if you're watching and this is not the greatest content, you know, I'm sorry about that, but it's just, you know, requests that, you know, kind of have to get done. So I figured instead of just sitting here doing this on my own, I'd bring you guys along on a live. And if you want to watch it, you can. If you don't, well, that's fine as well. All right. We've got all of those. Pigment extractor. That's one thing I've never, ever used. I've never used these either. The formula, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I know. It's very confusing. All right, so we need this crafting table. This. I used that actually in my ocean block, and it was actually pretty cool. It actually worked out for the reason I needed it. Okay. Okay, and then there's crafting formula. This thing here. And then there was Oh, what was the last thing? Charge pad. And what was it that I needed? Polished pressure plates. 2, 3. There. And we have the charge plate. Good. All right, so we need the jetpack, scuba gear, and a gas burning generator. Oh, the pigment extractor first. Yeah, let's do that. PIG. Pigment extractor. Would really make a bunch of those. Oops. We're going to use a lot of them. So we really are. All right. Pigment extractor. Put that over and put that there because I don't really need it. All right, so jetpack. Jetpack. Move, come on. Yeah. Scuba gear. And the scuba tank too, maybe? Yep, we would both. Okay. All right, and then a gas burning generator. Gas burning generator. I don't think I'm going to need any more of those, so I'm not going to bother. Excuse me. Why is that taking so long? That should be no time. Come on, hurry up. There we go. It's done now. Okay, gas burning generator. Now we need a nutritional liquefier and a canteen. Liquefier. I'm surprised I had more. Oh my lord. Okay. And then canteen. So canteen. I even had an extra bowl too. Wow. I'm impressed. We have all that. We have all of that. All right, so purifier. So we need that up to elite. All right, PUR. And purifier. And even though I'm using the advanced one, it doesn't count. Okay, I got one more here. All right, just hold on 1 second. Hold on. Sorry about that. I thought someone was knocking on my door. But no one was, apparently, so that's fine. Okay, let's see what else we have. Oh, we need a laser. Okay. A laser there. Okay. Okay, pew pew. Fluidic plenisher. That fills things up, and then a painting machine. Paint. What is that? A dye base? I don't have any sawdust, do I? I don't even have sawdust. How much biofuel if I ever need it? Did I guess I took it away. All right, well, let's go get our... We eat. All right. Sawdust. So we have one of these. We have some logs. And we got oak logs. We don't need the purifier. We need this. All right. Hold on 1 second. Oh no, what did I click? Oh no. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Weird. I clicked the wrong button. I had someone at my door, so I had to go talk to them quickly. All right, so we need the sawmill. Let's do that up here. We can just stick that right on there. Apparently there's stuff in that already. Okay. Can I just put that in there to get resawed? Maybe I can. I don't know. We just want some sawdust. Okay. I'm going to need 4 of these because I need to make 2 of those bases. So 1, 2, 3. I just need 1 more. You can do logs into sticks. Neat. I didn't think that sawmill could do that. Alright, so let's go down here. Okay. That in there. And now we need the painting machine back again? Yeah, I think it was the painting machine we were doing. Alright, so I need 2 of these. Oh, I get 3. Okay, well, that's awesome. I didn't need to make as many as I needed. Alright, so there's the paint machine. Alright, so we need the fluidic plenisher. Plenisher right there. And we'll make one of those. Flamethrower. I didn't know Minecraft had a flamethrower. Flamethrower. I need a bronze. Oh, how do I make bronze? I haven't done that yet. Okay, let's make 100 of those. Make 100 of those. I'll make a few ingots because I don't know how many I need exactly, but 100 should do what we need. All right, so let's make a couple of those. Upstairs, get those smelted. Smelterino. Okay. The cloud in a bottle sometimes is annoying because when you want to go down quickly, it gets in your way. All right, there's our flamethrower. Okay. All right, so we've got everything up until... Oops, not that. Nope. All right. I don't know if anyone's here, but welcome. I haven't seen my chat thing change, so I don't know if anyone's here. Welcome if you are. If you're not, then you're just watching later. Welcome anyways. Good morning, good evening, as I usually say. Oh, we're going to need to make those. Ouch. Both sides. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start a craft for those. Induction. Okay, so I'm going to need... one of you, one of you, one of you. Oops. Oh my God, I'm glad that didn't work. You and you. Make sure that does that again. So that should be all of those, I'm guessing. I didn't think they were going to complete that fast. So that's why I wanted to start a craft, but apparently I have all the resources and it just did it. Okay, well, I'm not going to complain at all. All right, so security, pigment, and combiner. And then I need all the way up all the combiners and the injections. Didn't I already do injecting? Oh, maybe I did something else. Injecting. All right, so no, that's a chemical injector. It's not the right one. A basic injecting factory. All right, one of those. One of those. Those. And then the ultimate. Done. Okay. All of those. So we need a combiner now. Combiner, so make the root one. And the basic one. Advanced. I know this is weird to see that I can just go through this like this, but these quests should have been done long ago, so the amount of resources I have supersedes everything that I have. So yeah, it's like I'm all the way past, like I'm down to antimatter and stuff like that now. So this stuff is all really easy to do. All right, so pigment. In case you were wondering why this looked so easy to me. It's just because I've got thousands and thousands and thousands of resources. Pigment station. HTP rod. All right. And security desk. I've never had like I said, Minecraft server that I've had to worry about for doing security and stuff like that on each of the individuals at the network or whatever else, so people can't touch it. Most people just stay in their own area when I used to play games like that. And when they did come to your area, they didn't come screwing around with stuff, so it wasn't anything to worry about. All right, so I need a robot. A robot. So I can make everything there. And we'll let that do that. Waiting for those ingots to be finished. Now they're done. Oh, they're not done. Okay. Now they're done. All right, now I have a robot. All right, and then I need that elytra. EL. Do I have an elytra? I do not have an elytra. So that's a bit of a problem. Everything else I have. So I'm going to have to go to the end, I guess, and look for an end city. So warp. I think my Enderman farm is good enough. And then we'll just take off from there. Okay. So once this decides to actually load. Oh my. Okay. Turn that on. Let's get out of here. Now we're looking for an end city. Oh, there's an end ship right there. Isn't that just perfect? Hopefully this one I haven't actually already done. So get rid of that. Get rid of that. Don't have to worry about stuff. So anything here I care about? Put it all in my backpack. Get the blank runes. I know I needed those for something before. And I'm just tossing this stuff out. The backpack automatically picks stuff up for me, so I'm not too worried. And there's the elytra. Nice. And I don't need anything else, I don't think. Everything else is good here. Do I need a dragon head? There we go. Picked it up. And warp crafting. Yep. Okay. What do I have to next? Make sure to toggle that engine off. I need to put my backpack down and let it empty. And you can do all that. Nothing in here I don't think I need to touch other than that, maybe. Nope, don't need that. Yep. That back in the right slot. That there. And then we need the HPP reinforce the elytra. Ask for that. Good. Alright, teleportation core. Already done hundreds of you. Oh, like I wish that it would detect that you have it in your AE system. Because there's so many times, so many things that I've done that I've just done through the system, and it just doesn't get them. Digital miner. Need one more core. Okay. Go trapped inside. Okay, look at that. Look at all that stuff we've done. Sheepers. Alright. So hazmat. Alright. I already made something of hazmat. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, there we go. Hazmat stuff. It's all done. Okay, and then QIO array drive. QI array drive. I need teleportation cores for that. Okay, that's done. IO drive 1. Drive. So I need 3 of those. 2, 3. Teleportation 4. That's just going to require more of the... Oh, it is. Okay, well, let me just make a timer for that, because I'm not doing that every single time. That's going to be insane. Hopefully I have everything I need for this, plus the antimatter pellet. I don't know if I've got antimatter pellet yet. QIO dashboard. Order. Those are just the advanced ones. Advanced ones. Okay. So here, there. There. Do I have? How do you make antimatter pellets? That's made in a chemical crystallizer, so we should probably go do that quick. Chemical crystallizer. So give me one of those right now. Pressure, I'm guessing it's pressure pipes. Do that one, and then universal importer, cable, warp mechanism. Mechanism, my giant mechanism area. If you haven't seen that, go check the playlist for Craftoria. It's all in there. Does this here matter? Okay, so let's grab. Did I leave it in there? Oh, sometimes. So smart. Like that guy that I talked to the other day regarding window crystals. I do the same thing. Does it all the time. Nothing to worry about when you make mistakes, especially when it comes to everybody does them. No, we don't want that there. Go bottom. Do I really care? No, I guess I will. Alright, and then I need an importer to pull the antimatter pellets. coal here. And you are going to chemicals, you're going to accept from the top. Items are going to be ejected that way. Checked. Go over here. Right. You are power here. Just fell right off the edge. And this goes on the other side. Good enough. Whoops. Right, and then you, I still kept my tool on me. Needs to be extracted. You can't extract that? Oh, it's extracted all of it. What do we need for this? Any matter, no recipe. What? It needs a full thing? It needs 1,000 millibuckets? Holy smokes. Alright, well, it's going to take a little bit of time to get that. This thing's going slower than anything. Why is my polonium so slow? Do you need to be... Oh, you can't even be sped up. What about nuclear waste? Do you have enough? No, you're empty. Yep, you are clearly empty. You're not even using it. Now you've got barely anything inside of you, but you're not even running. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to wait some time for that. And I'm only running one of these, so it's not like there's... Oh, this still has waste in it. Okay, did I run out of space in these guys? No, they still have space in them. Why isn't it... Oh, nothing's working on that one. They've all been turned... I've turned them all off. Okay, never mind. So all the polonium should be going to here. So that just means that I need to double this thing here. So what I need to do... Make some more of these machines. That's what I need to do. But the problem is it's not that. It's the waste. There's not enough waste come in, and there's no way to double it or anything like that. So I'm gonna make more waste. I thought I would have plenty, but having 2 reactors. I guess not. So you're fine, right? Yeah, your coolant tank's good. You're exactly the same. Like, I literally copied and pasted this with the gadget. Copy and paste gadget. You've got lots of fuel, so it's a waiting game now. That's all it is. Alright, well, I can't do much about that now. Upgrade the mech, alloys. So we'll do this one, this one, this one. Okay, so this, and this. So you get updated. Okay, you're all done. You get updated too. You get updated. And you get updated, all of you. You do that too. One there. That one. That one. It didn't make much of a difference. Can't extract the waste any faster than it already is. Do these. And these. And the same over here. No, that's already done. That's going to put all into there. I'll upgrade these ones too. Those ones. So I can try and get it a little bit faster. I don't know how, but I'm hoping that it'll start. And these, the problem is these stop working as soon as nighttime comes because they're only solar. So maybe I should double these up so that they can work a little bit faster. Like that waste is going up nice and fast. But yeah, okay. So I guess for the time being, let's do more thing. Let that run in the background, do its thing. I can do the first 3 levels of those QIO. Alright, so we can make this. I don't have a... Excuse me? I don't have a sticky piston? How come I've never made a sticky piston? Maybe I have, I just didn't recipe for it. This one here, this. No, this. Sorry. I'm in the wrong world here. I've never actually done that outside of that. Wow. Alright. I'll make one of those. One of those. One of those. Display. I just can't do the next one because I need one whole antimatter and we don't have it. So that kind of sucks. Alright, so what did I get here? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that other one's not even a requirement. It is here for the supermassive IO, but that's not until the end. Okay, good. Alright, let's see if we can finish as much of this off that we can. I'll probably end there and just let this do its thing. So boiler casings. 33 boilers plus a superheating element. So a superheating element. It's easy as pie. Boiler casings. And 44 of those. Boiler valve. Anything else? Nope. Boiler valve. I got the boiler valve, didn't I? Yeah, I just didn't check it off. No, that's not what I meant to do. Alright, that's all done. Mecha suit. I don't know if I can make the mecha suit without that stuff. Do I have a polonium pellet that I can touch? So, 1 and 1. I think you're making too many polonium pellets. Fine. I think you are. That's a lot. Okay, so it's completing a bunch of quests. So now let's make the mecha suit and the modification station. Okay, so mecha tool. Okay, helmet. I'm gonna need some netherite stuff. Pants. Oops. And I think that's it. I don't think I need the mecha bow or the mecha. Oh no. I think so, at least. We'll find out. Alright, so let me get some Diamond. So I need a diamond helmet. Nope, I did not want to make a pattern for that. Just wanted to make it. That one. That one. And I need netherite. Where do I have my netherite? It's a funny looking one in this one. We got 64 of it, so I only need 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I need the smithing. Okay, so I have 9 of those, so I'll need more of those. Where's it over here? This one here. Alright, so 2 of them. Another 2. Alright, we're back up. Okay, so we'll put it over here. And we'll do this, this, and this. Okay, so we now have that. There. Go in here, and then make these. I'm just going to put these here. It doesn't really work. We're near the end. Modification station. Let's quickly make that. And once we're done that, come on. Mecha suit. So we'll do Supreme Control Circuit. Oh man, are you doing this to all of this stuff? Yes. Okay, so patterns. Where's my pattern? There. Full. So Supreme is above that one. So this is going to be a problem. I'm going to need to make that alloy. That alloy is made with radiance, an atomic alloy, and metallurgic infuser. So I'm going to need to make radiance. So that, and that. Give me a second. Let me actually go fill up my coffee cup. So give me a second here. Hold on. I'm just going to leave that on the screen there. I'm going to put up my little things. All right. And I'll be right back. Stand by. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. The wife caught me and started talking to me, so I had to talk back. All right. Okay, so we need some of this radiance. How do we make radiance dust? Radiance is osmium compressor with glowstone and uranium oxide. Okay, so that's going to have to be made in the other area because I don't have any uranium oxide anywhere else. So osmium compressor with uranium oxide with glowstone. Osmium, sir. Alright, so we got an osmium compressor. And we'll upgrade that to basic. Not that. I don't know why I just did that. Alright, so there's that. Osmium compressor. And then we would do a basic. Okay, and advanced. Welcome to anyone that's still here. Sorry about the delay. But we're getting things done. Yeah. Nope. That does not quite work. Do that. Okay, so we're going to need some pressure. And we'll get those. And then some universal cables. Okay, we've already got some flux on us, so we're going to need importer. Not a mech importer, a regular importer for me. And there's one there. Alright, so warp mechanism. Where's my uranium noise? Sulfur trioxide. Sulfur, so it must be over here. Uranium oxide, okay. There's that. So let's just go off in this direction. Building gadget. Okay, there, here. There. I'll probably need something underneath. So let's just go down here. Where are you? There you are. Here. All right. There. Okay, that looks good enough for now. All right, so we're gonna do that right here. I'm just gonna take this guy here and that one. I'm gonna make a hole right here. And there. This stuff, so that one. Floor. There's uranium oxide. We're gonna get here, go into there. We're gonna have an importer right there. On that side. Okay, so that should be all right. So the uranium oxide is going to be this one here, and that's going to go to special. I think. And that's going to, oh, we're going to need an exporter too. I forgot we need the glowstone. actually no. I'm going to use a pattern. Where's the pattern bobber? That on the top, so we'll just make this on demand. And then we're going to put that up there. Put a pattern in for that. Make a pattern. One here, and then this guy here. This. Oh, we don't need that because I'm going to be putting your hands directly into it. Excuse me. Alright, so that's going to make that there. We just need to hook up all the lines. Here. Up there. Underneath. Nope, that's the wrong one. Get rid of that. And then you. Are going to go right from here, right? All right. So I'm going to get some of that now. Can I get 10 of you? Awesome. Okay, so that works. You got the radium oxide in there. We just need something to speed it up. Alright. 8. Energy. Okay, so that should go nicely now. Then I need to get an infuser, metallurgic infuser, I guess. Get the enriched one. That's just an enrichment. Okay. And then to get radiance, we need a chemical oxidizer. Do that. Alright. Chemical oxidizer. Just drink some coffee here. We're going to need another pattern. We don't really need the big one, so we'll just use that. There, oxidizer. We're going to put this on top. No, that's not on top. Alright, there we go. Alright, and then we're going to need an importer as well for that. Pull that chemical in. Importer should have the drive stick chemicals, I believe. No, we can just make those. Alright, so you're going to import from there. Export. Export. Okay. that should work, I believe. Now I just need to make a pattern for that one. Just make it eat before I hear of starvation. Then we need neck, and then control. So the absolute control requires the alloy. The alloy is made in a metallurgic infuser with the radiance. Okay. And an atomic alloy. We can just use a base. You know what? We've got an advanced one. Let's use that one. Importer. Importer there. Top. Do I have another pattern? I have one in here, right? Yes. And then you're going to need the radiance. You need to export radiance into there. Front is going to be too special, or just import. And items are going to come from the top and then get imported out. Okay, that should work. I just need power for it. Try this chain to see if we can get. I don't have anything in there, so I need this one here, this one, and that's going to do radiance. Set this as radiance. Top, we're going to put that in there. I just needed to make some, I hope. Alright, so can I make 10 buckets of those? Will you actually work? Yeah, you're actually working, and you're exporting it, which means you should be getting it. Yeah, you got the radiance in there. You've got 30 millibuckets. Okay, awesome. I need to tell you not to pull that out. You're only going to pull this in. That's it, because it keeps pulling it out. There we go. Now let's do that. Alright, can I get a view? Import. Okay. It's making a bunch of that. Taking a little bit longer to pull it all in. Oh, you need You don't need that. That's why that's not going to work, because you have that in there, radiance, and I don't need that in there. That out. Just need the atomic out of the way. Okay, can we... Still thinking about it? Cancel that. Yep, we can. We just need to make sure that we're making radiance, because otherwise it's going to stop. Or maybe what I should do is actually I'll leave that in there so that it knows how to make it itself. Probably a better idea. That. Because then it won't have to do it. We won't have to actually export it in there. I can get rid of that. It'll all come from the top. Right? Okay. Now let's cancel that. Cancel that. Okay, let's try this once more. Can I get... Should craft just enough to do that with. Right? Should be. Yeah, this is still working away. You're still working away. So let's get... G, and maybe some chemical upgrades. I don't know if I can use these on the other machines, but we're going to try it. And what do we need? Oh, accelerators. Accelerator cards. You need some accelerator cards. I don't need that many, but I'm going to put them in there anyways. Okay, so it's done. You're just doing your thing, so let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. That's going much faster. Good. You have a speed and energy already. You need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Alright, and then that, you don't need anything in you. You're just, yeah, just that. Okay. Okay, so we should have the 10 in there now, right? 17. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that works. And then next one is Supreme Control. And what's the Supreme? The Supreme is the thermonuclear, which is thermonuclear. That thermonuclear is enriched thermonuclear. Don't need another chemical oxidizer. To get that, it's lava and enriched that one, and molten thermonuclear. Superheated sodium. Okay, that's going to be a problem. All right, that's going to take a long time. So I will work on getting superheated sodium for our next, either next video or next live. And I've got lots of netherite, so I'm not worried about that. And we'll have to do this in a pressurized reaction chamber. So for next time, we're going to do that. Right now, I'm going to thank you all for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me, it helps the channel. and it'll tell me, you guys, maybe you want more lives like this, or you just want videos. Tell me which one you want, and I can provide. All right, so I want to thank everyone for watching again. Thank anyone that actually watched.